Hello everyone, my name is Josh Frog, and in this video I want to teach you a guide about Ronin. Now I will cut this video into three sections. The first is the introduction or introduction about Ronin and everything about the skill tree of it, and also the job affinities. Next will be chapter 2 will be the strategy or live showcase. I will fight a certain enemy and teach you how to properly use its job ability. And next is build suggestion. Now this build suggestion I can only recommend on the affinities because everything is modular. No, modified. You can change everything you want. Is that the right vocabulary? I guess so. Because even though I give you some particular affinities, if you don't focus your stat on some of the attack types or the stats like strength, stamina, something, enemy weakness, break damage, a lot of those, if you don't focus on those, then some of the build might not be as good as it should. So let's talk about Ronin. But first, let's not the items tips. Let's Ronin tips, Ronin. Ronin have the access of Power EI-GIRI, my favorite ability. This technique deals heavy break damage and can be charged into increase its attack power. The thing is, it says increase break damage. Yeah, it actually does, but uh, the scale of Ronin, or the scale of EI-GIRI is actually strength. So let's go with the skill tree. As you can see, slash and strength. And when you get to the mastery of EI-GIRI, where's that? Unleashing an EI-GIRI at the moment it reaches the maximum charge will greatly reduce the max breakage. Now, as you can, I don't know if it is showcasing here. If the oh, that's not the perfect sheet of EI-GIRI. There is a perfect release of EI-GIRI, which is more stronger and more faster, and more range, more forward momentum range. I will show it to you later. So let's see what we can get. First, we can get action ability MP cost decrease. So if a one ability is 100, decrease it by 2.6%. Next is the ability break damage. Affinity. Summon Tachi. This is a command ability that deals more damage 30%, but you take more damage 20%. So it's a high risk, high reward system. Ability break damage. The ability are Oka. And for the links of these are the normal Ronin. So I will talk about the Ultima and Evocation. Now this is the first link. The second link. The great thing about katanas is if there's a given first or second or third link, whichever it is, the Senshin stance corresponds to it. I don't know if my vocabulary is right. So next is slash break damage. This is also a stats for the Ronin Affinity. I will show it to you. And its roadway is warrior. Okay. Hyakugetsu. What's Hyakugetsu? Is that the one that upwards? Oh yeah, upwards. This is slash. Action ability MP cost 7. So if you got 2.6 and 7, that's 9.6. That's basically like 10% of action ability MP cost. Ronin Affinity now Garo is a combo ability. I talk about this from my previous videos that once you use this stance ability, you will automatically be on a Senshin stance. I don't know why that video did not show. Probably because they did not patch this video anyway. Kagimara sa focus katana. The rare link is critical hit once you do it on this ability. Its gateway is of course samurai. And let's go with the evocation. What do you call this? Evocation job. As you can see, as all jobs, evocation Ultima has the same stats. Same agility, HP, spirit, corresponding to what jobs you use. Strength break. Now the changes are the links. In the evocation, we get this link from the forward link, but on the Ultima, you can get this link. Wow, increased break damage still. That's dope. No, I'm not break damage build anyway. So that's it. Regarding to the difference of the job ability of evocation is dispels enemy buff on hit. This it means the if if an enemy activates a buff, any buff, all of it will be gone. Like look at that. Dispel enemy buffs. FUFFS. BUFFS. It kind of shows this one. It's just basically just a normal. Now on the evocation, Ultima, I'm sorry. Hit the enemy with full charge attack with reduce its maximum break gauge value at attack. Now this is actually 100% reduce break gauge. I think in the normal Ronin it's like I'm not sure about the mod, but it greatly reduce also. But I think there's again the master see greatly reduce the maximum break gauge, but it's not like a full charge, full break gauge depletion compared it to the Ultima Ronin. Now let's go with the affinity of Ronin. That is not the affinity of Ronin. Where's that? There you go. Now for 20%, strength 1 again. For 20%, HP plus 25. Now this is the one I'm talking about. Slash break damage dealt 5.9%. Next will be more strength and stamina HP. Next will be more slash break. So like if so this is like 10 plus 5.15.8 15.7 something. Then if you add the job trace, and if you add where's the slash 4.8 plus what is that 4.8 plus 4.6 is 8.9.5. So basically like you're getting like 21% or 22%. That's good, dude. If you want slash break damage though. Anyway, back to the affinity test. Affinity list. Next is the 160%. This is a good one. This is more on stamina. Basically, as you can see, this affinity is more on strength. I mean, sorry, this is strength. Oh, what am I saying? Next will be temporary increase break gauge recovery when hitting a rare attack link. Now this, you get the buff of increasing break gauge speed when you're using the ability of... No, wait. Just hitting the link. I think the ability doesn't count. I don't actually use this because I rarely use the rare link of the katana because it's slash and backstep. I guess you can do it if you work with the setup. Now with the 400%, of course, there's nothing changed with the about the call this 400% of all basic jobs are basically unlock all weapon abilities and more damages. Next will be of course reduce the MP cost of katana, all abilities of katana combo abilities. This actually also works in AI-GIRI because since the DLC 3, the AI-GIRI also all job abilities of basic jobs are count as combo abilities of his weapon. That is dope. That's why upheaval is so strong right now. And yeah, and it doubles the 160, 80, 30, and 20%. Okay. So I guess that's about it. Let's give this one a try. Come on, Gilgamesh, give me something. No, give me like 2 bosses. No, I think that's good. This demo. Okay. Okay. I think we'll go this one. Because 3,000. Oh wait, this is 3,000, which means that is more than this. Yeah, that's more than this. Now, as I have talked before in my video that Katana is mostly on slash damage. So do take note of that. And always check what kind of stat bonuses you can get on those combo abilities. And also, and don't mind about the attack type because Katana is mostly a slashing attack. Let's go. Now I'm gonna show you the perfect AI-GIRI, as you can see. See that? The break gauge is 100%. It's crazy though. Now I'm gonna show it to you. This is the full charge. See, wait. She's just normal like that, but when it's a perfect release, there's like a shadow thingy. Now, there is a moment that perfect release is has an iframes. I cannot actually. I'm not sure if I might be able to show it to you. Oh, is that it? I don't know. Did that? Did I evade that or because I hit him? I don't know. Because one time I evade an projectile with it, which is freaking dope. Let's see if I. That's the perfect release. That's the normal release. As you can see, it's way faster and way cool. And as I have told you, the great thing about this game is when you are charging, you can cancel it. And EI-GIRI is a charging attack. I'm just spamming EI-GIRI. It's because of my build, guys. I'm gonna show it to you, don't worry. Now Dagaro, as you release Dagaro, you are now in Senshin stance. Pretty dope, right? Boom, baby. So if you make a build that is not a problem of your MP, like you don't have a problem of using MP, always use EI-GIRI. I think I forgot something. Oh, I'm gonna show it. The best affinity for is basically Odin. I think it's Odin, but I'm gonna show it to you later. I'm not gonna show. I'm just gonna tell it to you. Oops, cancel. Three hits, baby. As you can see, the break gauge is like 100% depletion. That is really good. If there are certain enemies that buff themselves with break gauge recovery. The reason why the EI-GIRI is more on HP damage because I scaled this with strength, where strength is more on physical damage. If you want to make it more on break damage, you might want to invest on woo, wait. You might want to invest on slash break damage and agility stat. Oh, that's it? I thought there's one more. So let's go back for telling you what are good affinities for Ronin. Now regarding about the summon stats, in my list, the summon stats per 100% are, for Alexander it gives you 6 strength, for Ifrit it gives you 6 strength as well, and also a Fenrir, but Odin gives you 7 strength. That's why my strength on this is how much? 900? Let's see. No, nothing actually that I need. So without feeding the monsters, I get 950 with all the affinities. And these are my monsters. Sirs. Bang, Lenimi, Don, Catastro, my favorite set of monsters. Why? Because this guy, Bang and Catastro, is damage dealt to bosses 39% and 39%. So that's basically like 78%. Oh my golly. And Midton Berry is the great affinities, both Breaker and Dark Knight. That's basically a strength. And he has a strength plus 60. Like, oh my god, man. And Dawn is basically for the Berserker. And the Evocation, Ultima Affinity. And Lenny is the Knight and Marauder. Physical damage taken as well. That's good. So let's talk about the affinities that can work on what call this? That can work on Ronin. So where is it? I think it's I should go. Yeah, there you go. Now regarding to the basic jobs, I list that 120% mage is also good because you might not be using 20, 30, 80, and 160. Of course, I said 160 to 80 because ability break damage that deals with all abilities. It's either magic or break that will work as well. Now, merciless. I mean, duelist. This is spirit and agility. I think 160 is strength agility. I do suggest to use 160 if you can. And the best thing is the critical bonus. As you can see, increase break damage dealt by 13.5. And if you remember, there is a link uh, that guarantees critical hit. This is always critical hit. I actually used that earlier. This is always, I mean, this back stance, backlink is always critical hit. Now next will be, what did I choose on my list? Berserker, 600 Berserker. Now this is actually depending if you are working for fighting enemies or if you want to go for the night Lightbringer. But if you're not using too much of Lightbringer, 250 will work as well. Because you know the basic of builds in the strength. It's 400 Dark Knight and 250 Berserker. And this is actually scaled on strength and stamina. And also break gauge recovery. I do believe you can now smith this on the smithy. So next would be Monk. I do believe you can go for 600 because it deals extra damage depending on your HP and more HP for 400%. Now this 250%, as you can remember that when you are on Senshin stance, you can actually parry anytime. And I think Katana is more on parry gameplay because I do believe I know that every weapon is satisfying on parry, but Katana just works so well and great sword for me. Just my opinion though. Next will be just the basics. Just a balance stat actually is a strength stamina, and this increase your break gauge, which so you can be more tankier. Next would be Dragoon. Dragoon of 400 Dragoon if you want to use a Lightbringer as well, then go for it. But if you're not using much of it, you might just want to use 250, especially when you're dealing a lot of enemies, because killing enemies with 0 HP automatically soul burst them, and soul bursting increases your MP limit. Now this also scaled with strength and agility, as I have mentioned before. If you want a break damage of your slash, go for the agility stats. Also this well, enemy weakness break damage. If you use the mighty strikes of command ability, it will work. Next as well. And also there are some enemies that are weak to slashes, depending on what kind of enemy. I think even bosses as well. Next would be Samurai. Oh, shalalu. Of course, Samurai. If you are a katana lover, you're gonna love Samurai as well. Especially the 600. Oh my god, it is like a broken. In my opinion, this is actually broken because every time you activate a link, there's a white spark that means that all parry activates. And if you have a Summon Affinity, Summon Primary Blessing that works with parry, that also works. And if you have the 250 of the monk, you have an extended parry duration, which is crazy. And also with 600% of samurai, it it contributes with the 400% of the samurai as well. That means all of your links will deal a parry. I mean, will deal a critical damage. Especially especially talking to this one, when I use the second link and the 600 samurai activates, remember all parry links activate, which means that increased break damage dealt also applies. Woo, that's crazy, man. Now next will be wait. Yeah, also the samurai has the action ability MP cost reduction, which is 6%, 10%. That's 16. And if I'm not mistaken, I think my calculation earlier was 14%, so that's 25%. That's good, man. And the scale is, of course, also strength and agility. I also forgot 600 always doubles your stats of this 160, 80, 30, and 20. Now, oh, excuse me. Now let's go with the expert jobs. Expert jobs. Hunter. Oh, wait. Hunter also good. Wait. Hunter's agility stats. Yeah, it's agility stats. And it reveals your breakage that exploiting any weaknesses. So if you want to refill your breakage when attack, you might want to use this, even if you don't have the berserker affinity, as long as you apply a weakness, and you can apply weakness by uh, mighty strikes. Make it easier perform to behind and increase. So that's it. More critical chance. I haven't actually been touching this affinity as well, but I think the reason is because of this. Restore is this 250. Wait, where's my list? Yeah, it's 600. Deals additional break damage break on. Oh, okay. So it's basically uh, this is actually good for agility stat. Oh, I'm learning something new. And 400 restores HP, MP based on a fixed amount damage. Oh, okay. That's actually really good. Now let's is Dark Knight, of course. If you know me, the basic of strength affinity builds are Dark Knight. 400 all near deaths are will be activated and increase damage dealt when you are getting target, especially when you're on a boss. And strength intellect and this one near death break damage 5.49. So that's like 14.4%. And if you can add it with the equipment and master points, that will work as well. Uh, Breaker. I think I forgot. I'm gonna put this on the description. Assassin would work as well because there's just successful soul shield and wait. I guess I can put it here. 600% assassin. There you go. Sorry about that. So this is actually more on agility stats, but as you can see, the 250 is more agility stats, which means your agility, combo ability, or anything you want will be a lot stronger. And this buff is strong, like really, really strong for break damage. 600, of course, is the one that when you soul shield, you become have more agility stacks on it. Now, next would be Breaker. Now, if you go for the strength build, of course, Breaker is a no-brainer. This is basically like Assassin, but more on strength. The difference is the 400%. The 400% is more as you soul burst, you have more damage dealt with maximum of 5 stacks. And applies additional to strength, of course. And this is strength stat and increase soul shield burst. MP limit 18, that's like 28.8%. Yeah, so the last one is Summoner. If you want, okay, this Void Knight is optional. If you want to go for a 600%, go for it. And it gives you like, and the command ability decreation, but it's always optional. It's always up to you. Now, 400%. Oh my god, I think everything in this game is okay. I mean, this is actually good if you want to go for a critical damage. I think I'm gonna add this on the list as well. Because when you apply an affliction, if you have like Odin affliction, Odin accumulation, all of your attack will be critical. And when you use the duelist, and when you use the hunter, the assassin, the samurai, everything you hit is critical hit, baby. And this restores your HP and break. No, HP on weaknesses. This is more on intellect and spirit as well. Accumulation, more accumulation. That's like 22, 33, 33.8, 30. No. 35.8%. Now this 600 summoner is actually depending if you want to go for the if you want to increase the power of your summon blessing. But what I like is the 600, which is double the power of your summon blessing. 400 is increasing the buff duration and sustain cost. This may not apply to katana because there's no such thing as sustaining MP cost on any ability of katana. There isn't. Now, strength agility. No, this is more on strength as well. Now, when you chain cancel, it increases your max MP limit, which is good if you want to make a chain combo. I also forgot that 600 samurai is actually this 250. When you chain cancel, you increase your damage. Now 600 cyclic. That's basically for the Lightbringer builds. Might wanna talk about that later on, but yeah. This is 600. Everything ability works like kaboom. Sorry, like every time you work, every time you activate a Lightbringer, any Soul Shield and Soul Burst activate. Soul Shield and Soul Burst activated. So let me just add to the description the 400 Tyrant. Tyrant. Okay. So that's about the builds that I recommend on the Katana. Regarding to the command ability, I cannot actually recommend you enough because it all depends on what kind of build you have to. If you're going for the damage dealt, go for Summon Tachi, Mighty Strike. If you want for break damage, go for Onslaught, Barrage. That's it. Uh, I mean, you can use everything on this game though. It all depends on what kind of build you have. Now, this will be my build. Uh, 600 warrior. The reason why it's 800 because it's 800 warrior for the. Oh fuck! I forgot to mention the 600 warrior. Wait, let me. Oh yeah, I did not mention 600 warrior, but it's on my list. So a 600 warrior is basically a strength stamina stat, and the 600 is you always apply weakness damage when you are max HP. Do take note that this won't work when you don't have max HP. And reduce break gauge when targeting enemy weakness. Yeah, I think that doesn't apply anymore because the Ultima IAI-GIRI is 100% break gauge to pressure. Now this reduce the MP cost. That's good. So if you want to copy my build, feel free to do so. Now these are my master points. It's mostly strength and stamina, strength and critical damage and near the damage. So once again, thank you for watching and have a nice day.